Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. Beginning with news from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The opposition New Democratic Party, NDP, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines says it is time that sexual offences are given greater urgency and measures put in place to protect the nation's children. The call comes as NDP expressed concern over a number of aspects of the case of violation of a 4-year-old Vincentian girl. On January 4th, a security guard was found guilty of 2 counts of indecent assault after a video surfaced showing him engaged in a sexual act with a 4-year-old girl. He was sentenced to 4 years in jail. Now news from Barbados. Leader of the Alliance Party for Progress APP, Bishop Joseph Atherley, is calling on opposition parties to come together to take legal action to either force authorities to make provisions for COVID-19 patients to vote or delay the January 19 polls. He said if neither action is not taken, thousands of eligible voters will be robbed of their franchise. Atherley's call on Wednesday follows pronouncement by Electoral and Boundaries Commission (EBC) that COVID-19 positive residents who are qualified to vote but are in isolation are prohibited from leaving their homes to cast their ballots. The APP leader's first suggestion is that the motion be brought against the government to force authorities to allow people with COVID-19 to vote. Atherley said court action could be taken to change the day of elections. Now news from Haiti. Gunfire has broken out in the northern Haitian city of Gonaives, forcing the country's prime minister to cancel a speech to mark the Caribbean nation's Independence Day. Clashes between police and armed groups erupted on Saturday during official celebrations in the city of Gonaives, some 150 kilometers 90 miles in the north of the capital Port-au-Prince, where Haiti's Declaration of Independence was signed over 200 years ago. Local media reported that 1 person died and 2 were injured in the gunfire that forced Henry and others to duck and seek shelter as they walked out of a cathedral where Henry was attending a mass. Finally, in Guadeloupe, dozens of anti-vaccination protesters in the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe attacked a hospital director and other medical staff following a recent violent demonstration against vaccinations and COVID-19 restrictions, officials said Wednesday. The attack occurred Tuesday outside the University Hospital Center as police tried to escort the director and other staff elsewhere for safety. The hospital said the director briefly lost consciousness and that the crowd ripped the clothes off of the deputy general director and threw urine at both. The car of an executive assistant also was seriously damaged, officials said. A health workers union that organized Tuesday's demonstration and previous ones that turned violent to protest against vaccine requirements and other measures told local media that members are seeking to recover lost wages after being suspended for refusing to become vaccinated as required by law. And that concludes Thursday's edition of the Regional News. I am ALANA. Thank you for joining.